Will India-Canada relationship return to normal? In all likelihood, it will. Diplomacy is at work. Both sides are in touch. India has always kept its doors open, but with a condition. Sovereignty and sensitivity cannot be a one-way street, as the External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar said recently at a summit. But this year timeline shows that Canada government's behavior with India did escalate tensions, and I will tell you how. Canadian Prime Minister made a serious allegation in September, alleging that India or Indian agents killed their Sikh citizen Hardeep Singh Nijjar, the same individual who was the chief of the banned Khalistan Tiger Force, a designated most wanted terrorist in India who carried a cash reward of 10 lakh rupees on his head. India asked, how was the conclusion reached against India? What evidence did Canadian authorities find behind the killing? How did the claim that Indian agents were behind this killing emerge? No definitive answers have been provided, no report details. Instead, Canada asked a senior Indian diplomat to leave right away. That escalated tensions. India did tit for tat. And with that, it was assumed that this will likely be the last of the escalations. New Delhi continued to wait for a legal evidence. But Canada dragged United States of America to give a statement expressing concern against India and the charges against the country. What should have been an internal diplomatic discussion turned into a full-blown ugly international diplomatic showdown. India still maintained that Canadian soil is being misused for anti-India activities, for Khalistan extremism, which will bother Canada also eventually, and asked their authorities to take some action at least. According to India's envoy in Canada, 26 requests have been made to Ottawa over the past 5 to 6 years to extradite suspected individuals from Canada to India. But no action has been taken on it. Instead, Canadian Hindus started to be threatened. Their temples were defaced. Then came videos by designated terrorist Gurpantwant Singh Pannu, known to be based between USA and Canada, threatening Hindus directly via videos. And then came Kill India posters threatening diplomats and Indians in general. This got worse because despite political bilateral ties that were expected to continue in other sectors, in September, Canada unexpectedly paused the talks on a proposed trade treaty with India, just 3 months after the two nations said they aimed to seal an initial agreement this year. Now India finally had to take a stand. It asked Canada to reduce diplomatic presence. India also temporarily suspended visa services. And I say temporarily because despite all the wild allegations thrown at India, despite a diplomatic standoff in international quarters, a month later, nevertheless, India resumed visa services for Canadian citizens in some categories: entry visa, business, medical and conference visa too. But the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, on the other hand, posted a bizarre social media statement, and that aggravated tensions even more. He said that he has spoken to the UAE president on the Israel-Palestine conflict, fine till now. And then he mentions that they also discussed about India, about importance of holding and respecting the rule of law. What was even the connection apart from taking a dig directly at India? Remember, not diplomats, not officials, not a junior minister, but the Prime Minister of a country first making an allegation, a serious one, on the floor of the House against another country, then uploading a statement on social media against India on a completely unrelated issue. And now, India's High Commissioner to Canada, Sanjay Kumar Verma, told the Globe and Mail in an interview that this whole Nijjar killing investigation has been tainted with high-profile figures making bizarre public statements, and that there appears to be a direction from someone at a high level to say that India or Indian agents are behind this killing, even if there is not much evidence to it. Verma also pointed out that the conversation between diplomats are always protected by law, by immunity. It cannot be used as evidence in court, nor can they be released publicly. I quote what he has said here, it's very important. You're talking about illegal wiretap. You're talking about evidence based on that. Conversations between two diplomats are secure by all international law. Show me how you've captured those conversations. Show me that someone did not mimic the voice. Because this appears to be one of the reasons that Canada made that allegation. Will it even stand? This has been a difficult year for India-Canada relationship, but it has also shown that while India will respect other nations, it cannot be treated as inferior. India cannot be forced to stay quiet while unsubstantiated charges are thrown at it one after another. India has reiterated that to be on the negotiating table is most important. There is room for diplomacy, as the External Affairs Minister has added. But for that, wild allegations will have to stop. Action against Khalistanis will have to be taken. And eventually, basic respect will have to be given to India here on. Thank you for watching.